Well, hello, Uber Cyclist here, and I'm off on another little bike tour. This time I'm down in Lower Michigan again, but this time I'm going to ride the rail trails from Mackinaw City. I'm going to ride the North Central Trail and the Northeastern Trail. Today I started out in Mackinaw City at the trailhead there, and my destination today is Sheboygan State Park. It's about 16 miles to Cheboygan and then another 6 to the state park. It's rained an awful lot lately. In fact, this past weekend we got a very high amount of rain and there's a lot of standing water in places, but the trail so far is pretty decent. It's crushed stone here outside of Mackinaw City, and with the moisture it's pretty solid, so let's hope it stays that way. But if it gets too iffy, I can always head out on the roadways too. But yeah, it's going to be a short 4-day trip, a loop, and should be good. Well, it's day 2, and I'm on the Northeastern State Bike Trail. I just came through Cheboygan and joined up with the trail. Last night I stayed at Sheboygan State Park. It was a pretty good night. It's a state park, so it's got flush toilets, showers, electricity, which is kind of nice because I can charge my phone and electronics. There's 75 sites and there was only 4 people there, so it wasn't too bad. I'm headed to Ocqueoc Falls today, and I'm gonna camp at the State Forest campground there, and probably stop in Nottoway maybe for lunch or get something to eat. But yeah, it should be a good day. The weather today is supposed to be pretty decent, sunny, and high of 60. Unfortunately, I heard rain is coming in tomorrow, so we'll see. But yeah, should be a good day.
Well, I'm in my tent at the Ocqueoc Falls State Forest Campground, kind of just relaxing, doing a little reading, and it was a long day today. Ended up being 45 miles. Surprise, surprise. For some reason, I had it listed as 30 miles from Sheboygan State Park, but no, it was 45. Yeah, it was pretty good for probably the first 16 miles or so, and then the crushed gravel started getting looser and looser, and it was slow going. I wasn't making wasn't making any speed records today. Riding on crushed gravel, fully loaded, is a challenge at any rate, but if it's not real solid, then it makes it even worse. So, wasn't real pleased about driving on M60 or riding on M68. It's got a very narrow shoulder, and I'm not real thrilled that I have to take it tomorrow to get to Burt Lake State Park. It's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. It's forecasted pretty nasty. So, it's riding the rain. So, yeah, fun. We'll see when I get to Burt Lake State Park. Maybe I'll see if I can get in one of the cabins. But yeah, I plan to get up early and get things packed up. It's never fun packing up in the rain, but it is what it is. Take what comes.
Well, hello, day 3, and I am at Burt Lake State Park now. In case you're wondering why I'm in a building, well, it's pretty rainy, and so I decided to change my reservation from a camping site with tent to a mini cabin. I just don't like setting up and packing up in the rain. It's just not my favorite thing to do, and it was, other than that, it was, try to find a hotel or motel, and I already had the reservation here, and they just upgraded it for me to the mini cabin, so that works just fine. Actually, it was a pretty rough ride over on M68 in the rain. That is not a bike-friendly highway for sure. It has a very narrow, maybe 2.5 foot wide shoulder at the most, and yeah, it's just not good. Most of the drivers were very courteous. I did have one incident with a school bus of all things, but everybody else was pretty courteous, and yeah, I made it here in one piece, and just trying to get everything all dried out. I'm gonna have to clean up the bike and wipe things down, unload the chain, things like that. Get a shower. I didn't really need a shower, you can tell. So yeah, let me show you a little bit of the cabin here. Okay, I mean, these are nothing special. You get a table with 2 chairs, little fridge freezer unit with a microwave, 2 bunks, sets of 2 bunks, so it could accommodate 4 people. A little bench over there. There's got blinds on the windows, thank goodness. Yeah, I've got to do some little cleanup on the bike. It's pretty filthy. I could feel all the grit and the grime in the drivetrain, so I'm gonna have to wipe down the chain and glue that up again. So anyway, yeah, everything's hanging up to dry. I'll give you a look on the outside. So yeah, this is a cabin, and you got your own fire pit and picnic table out back. But yeah, this really beats setting up in the rain and taking down, so that's what I decided to do. Well, I'm just leaving the village of Indian River, as you can see from the previous footage. It's a little tricky getting through the four-wheeler post there with panniers. It's a little tight, and then doing it one-handed while using the GoPro is probably kind of stupid. But yeah, stayed at Burt Lake State Park last night. That is a giant state park. I wouldn't stay there in the summer. It'd be a zoo. But just before Memorial Day, it wasn't crowded at all. And as I told you yesterday, I rented the cabin. That was fine. Got a good night's sleep. I'm gonna head back to Mackinaw City today. About 16 miles to Cheboygan, and then another 16 to Mackinaw City, and I will be done. Hope to have a good ride today. Oh crap, I hate when this happens. Oh well, time to get around it. I'm in the village of Topinabee, I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is a small village along Black Lake. I believe it's Black Lake. There's Burt, Black, and Mullet Lakes that I've gone by. Stayed by Burt Lake last night, obviously. But just a small village along the lake here. Quaint little town. This is one of the coolest public libraries I've ever seen. It's in an old train depot. Hummingbird feeder in front. You can sit outside at the picnic tables, and the reason you'd want to sit outside on a nice, beautiful summer day is this view. It's pretty sweet. Well, I'm just about done with my trip. I'm about 3 miles from Mackinaw City. It's gonna get a little busy here with road crossings pretty soon, so I figured I better get this in now. But my impressions of the trip overall, and this trip was really, my intent was to check out these rail trails in the tip of the mint of Lower Michigan. And so I rode North Central, which I'm on now, and a good portion of the Northeastern State Bike Trail. My impression is great scenery, quiet once you're away from the highway. Sometimes you're along the road, like I am now. I'm along US 23 along Lake Huron. But a lot of times you're in the woods away from roads. It's quiet and peaceful. You hear birds and see wildlife. It's very nice. It's crushed limestone is what they say, and it was compacted at one time, but it can be loose at times. You will not go very fast on a touring bike anyway, loaded touring bike. 9-10 miles an hour really is the best I could do. Sometimes I hit 12 downhill. There isn't much downhill, so you don't really coast. These are old railroads, grades, and they're level. But overall, it wasn't too bad. Could have been a lot worse. We had a lot of rain lately, and that was actually to my advantage because it made the fines in the trail, it kind of holds the gravel from being loose, and just made it a lot better. I did it later in the year one time, and it was quite loose. Anytime you get in an open stretch where there's no shade, it's quite loose there too. So, but overall, it's a nice little tour. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was quick and had a great time. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like below or comment below and subscribe to my channel. Keep safe out there on the roads and keep touring. Bye.